Ooh, she swings around a little up here. That's more like it. That boat over there is a new addition around here. It's quite beautiful. We'll have to find out more about its story at some point. Anyone that knows me knows I'm not afraid of heights, but I'm terrified of falling. So I'm quite amazed that I can go up the mast at all.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
So we've put together a little video documenting some of the work that we've done on Enjoy recently to get her ready for her big move.
Yeah, she's going to head down to Point Roberts. We hauled her out. It's been 5 years, and there's an insurance survey done every 5 years. So she needed to be hauled out, have her hull inspected, cleaned, and bottom paint done, anti-foul bottom paint, and just a general check over of the running gear and anode replacements. And so we took care of that and got her ready to take a trip down to Point Roberts, and which is going to be her new home.
We decided to move her to Point Roberts because it is much easier to sail from that marina. It's right on the Strait of Georgia, so it's minutes off the dock and you're sailing. And since we only have our weekends available now, that's important to us because here on the Fraser River it's not possible, but down there it is. So Enjoy being down there will act kind of like a cottage where we have a place to go and sail on our days off.
So the boat is going to Point Roberts. We are not relocating to Point Roberts, so we made the decision, now that we have 9 to 5 jobs or Monday to Friday jobs, that it was time to have a boat that was a little bit better suited for living on. So we
bought another boat.
Yeah, so we went over to the island and had a look at a 1961 Sailors and built a new Westminster. It's a wooden boat, had extensive refitting done, and it's just a much better boat for living on. Better lighting, better sleeping arrangements for when the kids come over, better storage, and
better space.
And she's just a really pretty boat.
She's really pretty.
Yeah, so we will do an update on that. But in the meantime, this video is about the work on the boat and the trip down. And then once down in Point Roberts, I went back out sailing with a new friend, and I went out to help him with learning how to sail. He's only been out twice prior to that, and these were pretty challenging conditions for a third time out. And so yeah, I went with him and just kind of went as his backup. So there's a little bit of that in there as well. And
yeah, so you get to see,
about it.
Yeah, you'll get to see a little bit of Enjoy's new home. We'll put a little bit more in a different video on that, and we'll also do another video about Penta so that you can get a good look at her. But for now, this is what we've got.
All right, I hope you enjoy the video.
Thanks. Oh wow, you're being way more diligent than I was. I just did a light sand.
This stuff's really flaky, so I'm just trying to knock the flakes off. Need my sunglasses though. I'm gonna go blind. So in this section of the video, Enjoy is on the hard. She's been hauled out and clean and set on blocks, and I inspected the rudder to make sure that it was the bushings weren't shot, and I was also checking the prop shaft to see if the cutlass bearing was okay. And I did find a little bit of slop in the cutlass bearing, and I had intended to replace it. So at this point, I'm going through the process of trying to figure out how to remove the prop shaft. There's two challenges here. One is the boat isn't blocked high enough off the ground to actually drop the rudder in order to remove the rudder, to then remove the prop and prop shaft. But I'm looking here at the hydraulic drive, trying to figure out how to disconnect the propeller shaft from it. There is no manual for the boat, and what I end up discovering is the bolts are underneath it. I can't access one of them because there's another fitting in the way, and there's just no room in the bilge. And basically I have to drain the hydraulic system, disconnect the lines from the drive motor, rotate the whole unit so that I can then disconnect it to expose what I'm hoping is where the shaft is bolted onto the motor. So I reviewed the surveys and saw that the cutlass bearing has always had about that much play, about the same amount of play in it as it has now. From 2005, I think it was the last survey that showed that. So I decided that in 10 or 15 years of running, that it's not going to hurt it to go another year or two, and we'll plan to deal with that in the future. So, yeah, anyway, that's what was going on in this section. So while I was in there, I just gave a good look and cleaned up some of the leak, because the hydraulic systems always leak. So time to get the battery hold downs dealt with. It's a project that I've neglected for a little bit, and now that we have a third battery and we're going to be sailing more frequently, and I have the window of time, it's time to get this done. So I'm just trying to figure out placement and deciding exactly how I'm going to anchor it.
role, so I stayed on the boat. He stayed on the dock, so he wanted to go sailing, and I offered to go with him because it's more fun with two, and let him single hand, and I'll just come along as help if need be, or we'll see how it goes. It's a little windy. It'll be a lot for. It was a lot for me, and I have a little bit more experience than John. So, but yeah, this is my world.
What do you think, John?
This is awesome, dude. I'm trying to get into the wind, which I am right now, but the waves keep knocking the nose off, so I'm trying to get up there so that I can hoist the sail, but I can't get it nose into the wind and stay. Here comes a big one. Okay, I'm gonna go for it.
All right.
Are you ready to come about?
Yeah.
Jive ho. Okay. Okay, coming around.
But I mean, these are pretty tough conditions to be figuring out your second time using two sails.
Yeah, well, fair enough.
So Point Roberts is right behind us, and these sailboats are part of the yacht club, members of the yacht club. They're just having a little regatta. John's on one of those boats. Don't know which one. I wasn't sure if I was going to come out, but I took Eddie for a walk and saw the waves were not too bad at all, and the wind was steady, so I thought, why not? Anyway, just been going back and forth, heading midway across the strait, and just staying out of the traffic of the big boats. But just getting some time in, running full sails. I started with one reef in the main, but didn't need it. The winds were forecast to die down a little bit. They were 14, went down to 8, I believe. But later in the day, they're supposed to spike up to 18 or 20 or somewhere in there. So I will be heading in before then.